So recently, Reform Councillor Sam Journet was arrested for harassment of staff and councillors at the Basildon Council building, and also for trespassing into areas of the building that he wasn't allowed into. So what's going on? Well, I believe Journet is displaying a paranoid mindset. Here's an eyewitness account at a civic service which Journet attended. At the reception, Councillor Journet continued to behave disruptively, talking and laughing very loudly in a way that felt quite intimidating. Eventually, he stomped out again, loudly proclaiming that he was leaving. It felt as though he was doing everything he could to provoke a confrontation, possibly even a fight. This behaviour appears to be what led to his arrest. A further statement by a council spokesperson added, following repeated public disorder in the council offices, harassment of staff and councillors, and trespassing into areas of the council they are not permitted to be in, a councillor was this morning arrested by Essex police officers in the council building and taken into custody. So why might Journet be spoiling for a fight? Well, here's a short animation that explains about projection. A short film about projection. We all have uncomfortable feelings from time to time. Thoughts that we would feel embarrassed and ashamed to tell others. But some people find certain feelings so hard to deal with that they act almost as if those feelings weren't part of themselves. So in effect, rather than admit to them and deal with the feelings, they unconsciously banish them from inside. This is called projection. The painful feeling is projected out into the world. In reality, it doesn't disappear from within. It's just projected onto other people and things. Journet obviously is a troubled individual, unable to deal with his emotions. He's used his position as a councillor to find a bogeyman in the shape of the Labour-run Basildon Council, where he can concoct conspiracy theories and so place him as a valiant hero battling against the forces of evil, rather than working on his own psychological issues. Ian Dunt and Dorian Linsky make this point in the book Conspiracy Theory. This is one of the great dangers of conspiracy theory. Democratic politics is based on the peaceful mediation of competing interests. It relies on the idea that we are all willing to compromise and accept partial victories. But conspiracy theories are grounded in a battle between darkness and light, in which conciliation is tantamount to surrender. Since what is at stake is always a conflict between absolute good and absolute evil, wrote Richard Hofstadter, the quality needed is not a willingness to compromise, but the will to fight things out to the finish. Nothing but complete victory will do. Click here for a bunch of rotten, dumb and bigoted Reform councillors who haven't got a clue how to run a council.